I'm David, and welcome to Happy Turnings.
Okay, today we have the other half to the Gilded Whispers bowl. The other bowl went on this side, so here's the other half here. I have this attached via a wormwood screw onto a new Verver chuck that I got late last year. I have created a spacer here. We're using 3/4 inch plywood. That way it doesn't sink too deep in there. I'm not creating too much tension, and I'm still getting a nice flat contact with my workpiece here, so it's got a nice, good, stable grip, a hold on there as well. And I've also got my cone center on the end here just to provide a little bit more tailstock support on this piece as well. I'm starting off with my banjo out, my tool rest out for a bit. This has one side here that's coming around really much longer than any other spot, so we'll clean that up a little bit, and then we'll move this in, and then we'll start shaping out the outside once we get it true to the lathe here. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll get back to it here shortly. Starting off to the side with my lathe speed all the way down to the lowest. I'll pick it up just to where the wobbles start evening out on themselves. That's about as much as I'm going to be able to get, I think, to start off. About 500 RPM, 570 or so. Just so we get some of these edges cleaned up a little bit here, it looks like. I'm starting off with a 3/8 inch bowl gouge. Freshly sharpened. Should need to stop for a little bit, but we'll see how this starts going here. Once again, I'm off to the side as I start my turning here as well. Let's clean it up a little bit. Let's get our tool rest in a little bit more. We don't want our tool too far off from the tool rest, or else it's going to start bouncing on us real bad, and it's just taking harder and harder hits here. You'll notice that I'm actually starting to get pieces split off these sides here. So we're going to take this slow and keep it nice and easy here. See if we can speed it up a little bit as well. About 750 RPM, it looks like. About 700 RPM, we'll leave it at. So quite a bit of this bottom part to take off here to start getting it fully shaped. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my tool rest as so. So help me get a little bit closer to this bottom edge a little bit better. Start shaping up into the bowl that we're looking for here. That's about 850 RPM now as well. Just in. Just a bit more. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can speed it up a little more. About 900 RPM. 1100 RPM. It's a bit punky, so it's still got some ingrained tear out here, but a lot of it's cleaned up. Some of those scraping cuts here. I do need to form a little tenon, a little base to this guy, so I got something to grab. And then I'll turn that into a small foot on the base of this. I'm going to turn it down just a bit so I can create a foot down here. Should be good, nice and flat. Slight taper so you get the dovetail in there. Get a nice good grip on there. Should be about the right size for those jaws as well. We'll flip it around, get this flattened out. Let me actually clean up this base a little bit more here, so when I turn it around it'll be a bit cleaner here. Just a little bit. There we go. Good enough for now. Alright, I'll get this flipped around and we'll be back in a bit. Okay, and we're back. You can see I have reversed my piece around, have it fit in the jaws. Nice, good, tight holes, nice and flat against the face of those jaws, so this thing shouldn't get any wobble, shouldn't get any movement on me there. I have also removed my tailstock to give you some more room to work here as well. And let's go ahead and start cleaning out the inside here. Again, off to the side. I know I've got a firm hold, but even still, when we off to the side when we first started up. I also have a fresh edge on my ball gouge as well. Nice clean edge there. And let me go ahead and speed this up here. The outside is true, the face is not, so we're not going to go all the way up here, but start at a decent speed at least, about 1000 RPM. Until we get the face cleaned up a bit, and then we'll speed it up from there a little bit more. Nice, easy touch. Don't need a lot of pressure here, just let the tool do the work. Nice and easy. Now, if I start getting a lot of bounce, a lot of movement in and out, I'll start pushing down pressure against my tool rest. Helps to stabilize the tool a little bit. My rim is nice and clean right here, right on the face. You can start diving onto the inside, but before I do so, I want to come back and I want to clean up this outside quite a bit. Now that the piece is true, I should be able to get a nice high RPM off of this, and then be able to do some nice good shearing cuts off of this, scraping cuts. Clean up a lot of this end grain tear out that occurred right here. We'll start off with a couple nice quick passes here. We'll see what the kind of finish those leave running the bevel. If it's still a bit too rough, then I'll come back with the face of my tool and do some shearing cuts that way, some nice clean scraping cuts. Okay, should be pretty good distance right there. Start off low, step back. And speed this up a bit. About 1,050 RPM. A little bit more right there, but I'm going to come back with those scraping cuts here. See if we can't get a little bit more clean here. Yeah, it's gonna be sandpaper on that. It's just too soft to get a good shear cut off of that. Yeah, I'll have to come back and sand that a bit. That's all right. Let's just shape this up a little bit better, and then we'll go from there. shaped it that way. It just felt like the right thing to do. Right now I'm not liking it. That sucks. Oh well, that's okay. It happens. It happens. You can clean that up just a little bit. We'll come back and really clean it up afterwards, but there we go. That's better. Alright, no more messing with this. We'll sand that down to clean that up anymore. Let's switch to the inside, huh? We're up to about 1150 RPM now. Before I go much further, I think I'm going to put a detail line just down a little bit on this rim here. I'm liking where this rim is at. I don't mind that thickness at all. It's not bad. We'll clean it up coming in a little bit more, and then I'll put a detail line on the outside there. really thin where I shouldn't be right now. Oh, oh no, that's good. That's good. It's right where I want it to be, actually. Not bad at all. There's a little bit right in here I need to take out. Yeah, a little bit right there, then a little bit down on the inside there. I think that should be about it. Yeah, that's a lot better. Go ahead and sand this out. And then I'll, I don't even think I'm going to put a detail on it. I think I'm going to leave it as is. Just clean this up, sand it up a bit. We'll flip it around and clean up that outside and the foot. Let's do that. Let's do that. Alright, we'll come back to it in a minute. Alright, we're back. Do some sanding here. I have a piece of some Abranet 120 grit that I'm going to be using here. And I'm just going to use this to kind of just clean up a lot of these tool marks. Maybe see if I can't clean up a lot of this end grain tear out over here as well. And we'll just kind of get to it here. I'm starting at a fairly high RPM, about 850 RPM. I'm not wrapping this around my fingers at all. You can see it's, I got all 5 fingers. If it gets caught or anything like that, it's just going to take the sanding paper right out of my hands here. And as I'm watching right up here as well for those tool marks, for any radial lines up here, just kind of cleaning those up. I'll come on this outside here, do some passes. Yep. Cleaner. Still have a lot of radial marks, but that's okay. I'm going to take those out with the actual, with my drill sander here in a moment. But a lot of the end grain tear outs now taken care of quite well. At least it's filled in with a lot of the sawdust, so I'm not feeling it. But we'll clean that up a little bit with some denatured alcohol. That's actually going to be a little bit of Everclear, so it's actually alcohol. And that's going to help raise it up a bit. And then we'll run another time or two with this 120 piece here. I'm not going to turn it on. I'm just going to wipe this down. What a beautiful piece of wood. All right, I'll be right back. let's finish wiping this down. Oh, there we go. That's it for a few more minutes. We'll be back to sand it in a moment. Okay, so you can see most of it's dried up, except for where we have some of our end grain tear out right here. That's the biggest part right there. So we do this a little bit more with the 120, and I'm actually going to come back with an 80 on my drill and do both inside and outside for a quick second to make sure to get a good scuffing with that one, and then I'll go up to a 150 with that one and clean it up a little bit better before I go on to a higher grit and actually really get a nice smooth finish to it. Right now I've got it low. I'm going to crank it up a little bit more. Yeah, that's a lot better. A lot better. All right. Now we're going to come back and do a radial, the drill. We'll come back and get this a nice good scuffing on there. Start off all the way low. We're going to turn it up a bit. Now I want it up to about 850 to 900. Should be pretty good for this size. Real light. There we go. Shaped it a little bit, gave it a nice good scuffing, and got rid of a lot of the new radials there. That turned out good. Okay. Let's go and actually upgrade our from an 80. Let's go to 100. It's not going to make that big of a difference. We'll just go lightly over it. Then we'll go to a 150 after that. There we go. Should be good. Yeah, it's a lot better. All right, jump up to a 150. There we go. Should be it. Perfect. These are like a netting almost. You can see right through it there. And this one is a 240 grit that we're going with on this next one. And it is too large for my sander, so it'll form around it, which should be okay. Hopefully it doesn't fold up too much. I've had that happen as well, so we'll just take it nice and easy. See how it goes. There we go. Yeah, that is just fine. So that was a 240. This one is a 320. Yeah, that's really nice. Should be better. I can actually see a little bit better shine off of that now. Excellent. Alright, last but not least, 400 grit. Shouldn't necessarily need this, but it's nice to have a nice smooth finish. Nice smooth surface. See how it's folded up there a little bit? Be careful of that. Should be good. Yeah, nice. Alright. Put all of these back. We'll be right back. Welcome back. As you can see, I have reversed it around and attached it back on. Got my tailstock back in place, cone center back in place. I have some of this shelf liner stuff between the four-jaw chuck base and the base of my bowl to give it some padding and a little bit of grip there. That way, as I turn it here, I've got a little bit of good pressure, but I've also got a nice firm place against the bottom of it there as well. My jaws are about the width of this area here, so I can so I've got a firm base to go off of here. If I put too much pressure here, it's going to break, it's going to snap, something will happen in this area here. So I'm going to leave all of this alone unless I'm sanding. For now, I'm just cleaning up the base down here and cleaning up this area in here. Again, I'm going to start off with my bowl gouge just to clean this up a bit, and then I'm going to switch over to this small little detail gouge that I'm going to switch over to here in a bit. For now, we'll get our mask and face shield on. And off to the side, starting off all the way low, I did check. I'm pretty well nice and even here. Nice and balanced. Crank it up a bit. When we get over 1,000 RPM here, try to get as smooth of a cut as possible. See if we can get a little bit higher. About 1,100 RPM should be fine. Pretty good there. I think it's too deep right there. Now a lot of this inner part is going to be taken out by my drill press, because I'm going to drill out my medallion in the middle there. Yep. Get my little detail gouge for a quick moment. For a little bit of cleanup. Yep. There we go. Nice little foot on the bottom there. So I might take that down a bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. Yep. A little bit of a lift there. Right, we're going to use sandpaper, clean that up a bit. And then again, I'm going to drill down that part. Get a little spot for my medallion in there. Alright, let's go ahead and sand this down, clean this up. Get to it here. I'm going to start off with that piece of Avernat 120 grit. Right about that same speed. I don't want much of a hill, so that's why I'm using the sanding paper right over the top of the entire spot there. Want a nice and even lift there, almost. a little bit of a line in there. We'll get it. Go. And maybe just some of my lumps and bumps here. All right. A little better. A little bit more. That's a lot better. Alright, let's switch over to our rotary and over to the drill again. Put this 180. And we'll go from there. Oop. I'm going to fold it up. Better. Not bad at all. It was 180, so 240. Nope. 320. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, actually. I like that. Let's go ahead and drill this down. I don't know if you could see that or not, but nice piece here, definitely. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. I'm just going to drill out that part. Okie dokie. This was the piece I was talking about. This covers up right there. And both presses up against it. Again, I got my jaws fairly wide for that piece. There we have it. Wouldn't be bad at all. Let's find which medallion we'll use to put it in here. bit of activator on the back. Grab my little mallet. It's a nice little flat piece to it. There we go. Not bad at all. There we go. Nice little dish. Let's get some finish on it, shall we? That's why you should always filter your finishes when you go to use them. Nice part is, it's already in my finishing cloth, so just roll it right up. Now, here's our bowl. Let's go ahead and get some of this Waterlox original gloss on here. Let's just pour some right on the middle here. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Such a pretty wood, really. Got lucky getting this wood. It's beautiful. Middle here. Ingrain is just soaking it right up. Not a bad thing, but it will take a few coats. But she is pretty. Alright. Coat number 1 in. We'll be back later for another one. Go. Alright. See if we can show that off a little bit. She is a pretty piece of wood. Let's add a little better light to it. Go. Not bad at all. Pretty wood. Alright. See you next time.